Hello everybody, welcome back. Here I am again, like a broken record, about to say exactly the same thing. We'll whip through just very briefly the exact same thing that I've been saying the whole time. Apart from this time round, we'll start with the 4 hourly because this is a little bit different. We've had a little bit of time to mature at this high level. Bearish divergence, I have to say, unfortunately, but it's not exactly the it's not anything to really be massively afraid of on its own, but it is bearish divergence all the same. Excuse me, just turn my phone off. So yeah, it's still the same old deal. Bearish divergence, but it could quite easily just be an accumulation at a high level. Captain Noobmaster is extremely aggressive right now, and well, that's fine. Let it be, because he's done pretty well. He's done better than me. I bought and sold at 19,200. That's where my sell was. And if we do come down, just based on this current area right now, yeah, 19,200 could get hit. We could move down to what, 18,000 flat. That's your 200 exponential on the 4 hourly. It's also this buy zone, or should we say the support stroke resistance zone. The box of significance from back in the olden days. The 21 exponential on the daily is now moved above 18,500, and if we take it to the weekly, the 21 exponential and the 10 exponential, I believe, actually, all floating around above those areas too. Yeah, the 10 exponential has now moved its way above there. 21 is all the way up here at 19,600. So very steep and fast turnaround on this moving average, which previously was my target, and was my target, my sell target. Money flow index on the weekly, as well as the RSI, looks pretty constructive. So does the MACD. All looks very constructive. And again, you know, when we're thinking about is the bottom in or whatever, it looks very much like a repeat of the last two major bottoms that were printed on the divergence on the money flow index over here. So low and then a big liquidation event with a higher low here. Low with a big liquidation event over here, marking a significant low, well, the low basically. And again, you know, low over here, big significant liquidation event with an extremely high low here and trending up. So it does look, to be honest, now like the bottom is in for Bitcoin. And again, you know, pullbacks at this level, absolutely perfectly normal. They may not happen. It may continue to go up. We're still battling with the 200 exponential on a daily. That's perfectly fine to fight with that. It's been a long time since we were above it. We did spend a brief period above it around here back in March 2020, almost a year ago. But prior to that, we've not even come to see it. We've not been anywhere close to it. So it would make sense that this is a area to pull back from. Again, with the divergence on the 4 hourly, 12 hourly, and the money flow index reads that are so high. But Captain Noobmaster can pump this higher. Now, obviously, I'm going to bore you to death with traditional markets, and it's the same old thing. So we're looking at the dollar to yen, looking at this descending channel, which has held up so far so good. We have a little bit of reaction from it so far. There's no major divergences on this daily at this moment in time. 4 hourly, again, you know, just showing that, yeah, a bit of bullish divergence from this level. It's been pretty weak, not really had the chance to move up. But again, a channel like this should remain, and so we are looking for it to reach, you know, 131 at least, you know, over the next couple of days or so. That's what I'm looking for. And if that gains traction with other currency pairs like the euro, which again does still have bearish divergence on this daily, it's a golden cross. It's a bullish chart. We're looking for this to come down to maybe retest this over a period of time. You know, maybe this week, maybe next week, maybe never. But you know, I would be looking for the likelihood is that we do pull back into this level. And again, same old story really, looking for a dollar bounce. That's the next major big move. S&P, we're going to open today. It was Martin Luther King Day yesterday, and so American markets were closed. So obviously there's an enormous amount of volume that was not in any of these charts yesterday, and it's going to come back in today. And we're still looking at the same read here on the S&P, which is descending triangle. Are we going to break it? Are we going to get rejected from it? I would say most likely to be rejected. But, you know, that's only because that's the more likely scenario. It's not a guaranteed scenario. It's just a more likely scenario. The way that the euro has held up this entire time, despite all the reasons why it shouldn't have held up, is pretty good. And again, you know, the Japanese yen, still looking weak compared to the dollar, which again, if you look at this on a Dixie, the dollar is still quite weak in comparison to everything else. We had a bit of an anemic bounce last time we were down here. I think the lowest we can go on here is just above 101.2, yeah, about 101.3. I'll be looking for a bounce around there. But again, daily, no divergence on this. And 4 hourly, no divergence on that either. So we're not really looking for anything on these charts to give us anything other than what I think, based on all of them, is the more likely scenario, right? The momentum still continues in the current direction to which they are moving in, which is assets and Bitcoin and crypto up, dollar down. And that's the current momentum. And when you're looking at things like divergences, they tell you, or they give you a little hint as to how long, is it going to continue with this, or is there going to be a major move in the opposite way? That's what it says. It doesn't say it's going to be now. It doesn't say it's going to be tomorrow. It says that it's on the cards. It's in the pipeline, most likely. And it doesn't have to happen. I've been looking at these charts for a long time now, since before Christmas, with the same kind of analysis, despite expecting Bitcoin to have that run up into the $19,000 zone, that there will be a bigger pullback in the broader picture, and I still see that on the cards. It doesn't seem like it has changed for me. Well, it hasn't changed for me. It's not a massive reversal. It's not a massive capitulation. It's not anything other than a retest of uptrends, really, to assess how strong they are, if they're genuine. They do look genuine to me, especially with the way that the euro has held this entire time, and not broken down with all the FUD that surrounds Europe and Russia and everything else. So it looks good. Everything looks good for continuation, but I still have to put it out there that I think the dollar is looking for a bounce at some point very soon. Could happen any minute, could happen today, could happen next week, it could happen at any minute. But that dollar bounce is what's going to rug pull the current trend from under our feet. And like I said, I wouldn't get massively excited for enormous continuation based upon all these other charts. Anyway, there's not much more to say about it. It's pretty much the same old, same old. We'll wait for these American markets to open finally today, as yesterday was basically in limbo. But if you want to join the Patreon, we've got live streams on Tuesdays and Fridays. So that means that there's one tonight. It's £7.50 a month. You get obviously 2 streams a week. Links in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.